Good evening. Hi Samyukta. Welcome. Hi Shobha. Vasanti ma'am. Very good evening and welcome to Jai Shri Narayan Creations. Hi Anuradha. Welcome. Good, good, good. Are you back Shobha? Have you come back? Hi Shobha. Maya. Good evening. Welcome to Jai Shri Narayan Creations. This is Shobha Ravindra. Hi. Okay, now we will begin the session. Jai Shri Narayan Creations welcomes you all for the live session. And today we will be completing the Tanjore work, doing a motif of sun god. Okay, so this is part 2. Those who have missed part 1, you can view the tutorial. It is available in my YouTube. And those who are new to the channel, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. And we will begin the session, and in today's session the materials we require are, of course, the board which we have been doing from the last class, and then gold sheets. These are the pure gold sheets, especially for the Tanjore painting. And then to cut the sheet we need scissors, and then to remove the extra gold on the board, in case if you come across, you need a blade also. Okay. Then apart from that, for the background and for the coloring, keeping the dots and other stuffs, we need poster colors, and the colors recommended are white and red. In case if you want to go for a second color, Prussian blue is recommended. Okay, and then of course brushes to paint the same. Apart from that, to outline, to highlight the gold work, especially around the corners, we have done some running patterns. So you need a marker pen, permanent marker pen. Then since this is a Tanjore style of work, we do need the Tanjore stones and the glue for it. For fixing the stones, you can use fabric glue or Fevicol, SH or MR also you can use. And then while fixing the gold sheets on the design, especially on the muck work, we need a newspaper also. So these are the materials required. And for sticking the gold on the board, the most important material required is the Arabic gum. Here we are not going to use Fevicol. It's only the Arabic gum which we are going to use for sticking purpose. Okay, so these are the materials we require for today's class. Okay, now before we start, I would like to share Rekha Ashwath Narayan's work. She has come. Hi Usha, Vasanti. Good evening. I will just share you the finished article. She has done the kalamkari work on a 2-meter fabric. Instead of black, since she normally doesn't use black color, she has chosen maroon color for the filling. Instead of black, wherever I have used black, she has used maroon. So as I said earlier, either sap green or maroon or black will be fine for the kalamkari background. Okay. And congratulations to you, Rekha. Very well done, good job. And we will begin the session. And since I want to finish off this today, I have started sticking the gold sheet for a portion of it. I will teach you how to stick the for the rest of the portion. So now you are ready with the board, the gold sheet, gum, of course it is the Arabic gum, okay, and then the scissors for cutting the gold sheet. This is not raw foil which normally we use it for the Mysore painting. This is a foil which has been coated on a base paper and then given a polish. Okay. These are the original first quality gold sheets for the Tanjore painting, exclusive for Tanjore paintings. Okay, now we will begin the session. Since I have already started, some portions of the paper is left, gold sheet is left, I can use that. Now keep ready with the gum and spread out a newspaper on the table, which is very mandatory. You need a newspaper, daily newspaper. Just spread it and keep the board on top of it, and the glue also, of course Arabic gum in this case. Okay, now I will start with the center portion, the rays. Now for the rays, how to use the gold foil. Those who are new in using the gold foil, just take the gold foil. I will show it in this because you need to follow certain things. Now when you look at the gold foil, it has a border of the yellow color. On the yellow color paper only, the gold it's like a milky, it will be in a milky consistency, which they will paste it on top of it and give a polish for it. Okay, so these yellow paper at the sides should be removed first. Cut it like this. No yellow should be seen on the gold, so try to remove it perfectly and then start using the gold sheet. This is the first step. This sheet is little expensive because it's double the size of the smaller one. Okay, this will be around 250 to 270, I think. I'm not sure about the rate. Between 250 and 270. One sheet. Okay, just remove the yellow paper at the sides. Now we have the gold sheet ready with us. Now I will show you the side portion first because it's a full sheet. Whenever you do the outermost portion, especially with the running design, whether it has stones or not, never mind. What you must do is you should always use a fresh new paper, gold paper. Okay, so just you have a straight line here and another one at the bottom also. Here also you have L-shaped straight line. So just place it on the straight line on the board like this, just covering the corner of the mark work. Here I have covered the liner. See, I have done the line. Similarly at the bottom also. So whatever is possible, so you place accordingly and then cover the corner perfectly. Don't waste gold, don't have extra gold on the sides because it will go a waste. So place it exactly on the line with 1 mm extra. Good evening, Sharada ma'am. This is the fourth sheet I am using. So you need this is the fifth sheet I am using. So for the board size 11 by 11, you need 5 sheets, bigger one. A smaller one means 10 numbers. Okay. Now place it like this. This side you need not take the impression because already it is very close to the line. And similarly at the bottom also. Now you need to concentrate the inner portion. So what you do is, you hold it tight enough and this is the outline towards the inner. Just press only the inner circle line like this, and then with your finger, not with the nail but with the finger, make an impression very close to the line. Now I have taken the shape of the muck work. It's like this. Okay, now one side and this side, there's left top and the side bottom, we are not going to cut, because this is already cut and kept ready, straight line also. So whatever is left is inner curve. So that you take the impression, and the impression is marked here, and then leave just 1 mm extra, and then cut along the impression, just 1 mm, that's enough. 1 mm extra, and cut the paper. Samyukta, this is the original style of work we are doing, so no alternate idea for this. You have to do with a gold sheet. Okay. Hi Manjula. So now this is the piece, we will be pasting it. Now this is single piece, it will come out perfectly, and there is no joint also, but you have a gap here. So wherever you have gap, you have to cut little extra, say again 1 mm extra, and overlap this side as well as on the other side also, just to be on the perfect side. Okay. Hi Chitra, good evening. Now while applying the gum, I always use my finger, but if you're not comfortable, you can take a brush. Just to be on the safer side, for beginners I am telling you, you can apply very less of gum on the board and a proper quantity of gum on the paper. Okay. So don't just simply apply on the paper itself, apply little bit on the board as well as on the paper also, back side of the gold sheet. Just take little Arabic gum, just apply, very less will do, just spread it. I use my finger normally, but I am teaching you both the technique. On the paper, let me show you with the finger itself how to apply the glue. And when you are applying it here, we have already stuck gold now. There you should be very careful. The gum should not touch the gold sheet. So be very careful and apply the glue. Very less. I am taking very little, and then I am applying on the board. Done. Okay, let it set. Now in the meantime, and you also need little bit of talcum powder. Don't use chalk powder or marble powder or anything like that. Use only talcum powder. I'll tell you how it is to be used. Now turn the paper. Have a newspaper always. It is mandatory. I will tell you why I am using the newspaper. Now turn it like this. You need to apply gum fully on the paper, the back side of the gold sheet. Okay. You can use the brush, otherwise use your finger. Load the finger with little gum. Apply, and when you are applying it, the extra gum should move on to the paper. See, is pushed onto the paper. Do not use Fevicol for fixing the gold. Use only Arabic gum. Just push the excess. This is how you need to apply. Push the excess gum on the paper. Now the gum is applied on the back side of the gold sheet. Now what you do is just put your finger and take the paper out. Since this is a very big sheet, you have to be very careful. Hold it like this. Don't use this finger because it has glue in it. So don't use that finger. Use the other fingers for fixing the gold. Just place it very close. Don't press. Just place it. Now I have glue in these two fingers. I am not going to use those two fingers. Instead I will be using the other fingers. Okay. Then give a gentle press. That's it. After that, what you must do is take a fine cloth. It could be muslin cloth or a hanky, something like that, but it should be soft and it should be a cotton fabric. Okay. Now what you do is just give gentle press and then you fix the gold sheet. Don't use your finger, use only the fabric for fixing the gold sheet. This is the first step is to apply glue on the board, second on the paper, that is back side of the gold, and third placing it perfectly, and fourth one pressing it, giving a gentle press with the fabric. Okay, done. Now the next step, you take talcum powder, dust your finger, not much, very less, and then start pressing the gold, very less. Okay, just start from one corner, give a press, wipe the finger, give a press, wipe it. For every press you need to wipe the finger. Very gently start from one end, and when you start from one end and when you press it, what happens is there won't be any air bubble seen. Whatever gap in between the gold sheet and the board, that gets released. Okay, the air gets released. So you are pushing from one end to the other end, so the air bubble is pushed. One second. Very less. Okay, to get a perfect finish, it is better you dust your finger. Otherwise what happens is, if there is any extra gum and if it gets oozed out, in case if it touches your finger and without the knowledge of the gum there in your finger, if you touch anywhere, the gold sheet might the polish tries to come off. So don't do that. Hi Venkateshri Gauri, good evening. Okay, now start again. Give minimum 3 to 4 press for a perfect finish. Now I am pressing it here, so the gold sheet goes down in between the two cone and then gets set fixed on the board. Doesn't lift up. Okay, you have to be very, very careful. And then at the sides, what you do is just give a press with your finger, or you can just cover your finger with the fabric like this and give a press the corners here. Understand? Pressing is most important. Only then all this work, whatever you have done, the cone work, will get highlighted. Hi Vijay Lakshmi, good evening. So this is done. Now a bigger area we have done. Okay, and make sure that you press the corners also, so that it gets set with the cone work or the muck work, whatever is there, the gold sheet gets set onto it. And similarly the inner portion also. Now if there is any extra gold like this, there is a technique by which you have to remove it. That also I will be teaching you today. Now we have a small portion left here, a small portion here, so that also we need to cover it. Okay, so take the gold sheet. Now this seems to be straight lines on straight on 3 sides, and one side it is a curve. So you can place it like this. Just place it 1 and 2 like this. So this side you need not have to take the impression. left towards the corner also no need, but the top and the side a must. So for the side, give a press, then slightly you lift the paper and see where it ends. Here you need. So up till here you take the impression and then cut the gold sheet. Here 1, 2 now. So I can follow the design, the impression here on the paper. Okay. So that particular for the particular portion alone I have cut the paper. Now when you look at the paper, I told you why I am using the paper. See here. Just can you see the gum marks? Can you see the gum marks here? So now when you are keeping the next paper, don't use this portion. You shift the paper and use a fresh portion where you will place the gold sheet like this and apply gum. Understand? So here is, suppose if you happen to, I'll show you, if it is a very small piece, I have some bits I'll show you. By mistake, if you happen to keep the gold sheet over here, see by mistake you will tend to keep it like this. You will be in a hurry or you will be so excited while sticking the gold. So you will keep it here, and then what you will do is you will just take little glue, apply on the paper, on the gold sheet. You will apply like this and you will try to take it. It will not come. See, it got stuck here. And not only that, the second is it will lose its shiny effect. Now you may not see the dullness later on. When you press it on the board, you could see the dullness of the gold. So to avoid that, don't use the places wherever you have the gum marks. This kind of gum marks will be seen very clearly soon after the gum is applied, will be only on the newspaper and not on any other surface. That is why I am asking you to use the newspaper. Now I will not place the gold sheet here. Instead I will shift it to some other place, because we have a big sheet, right? So you can place it somewhere. And while applying the gum also, the excess gum comes on the paper. So just apply like this, take it. Now can you see the extra gold on the paper? The next sheet I will not place it here. Okay, so you have to choose some other place where the paper is clear and clean, and then you need to apply the glue on the paper. Now just take it like this, place it. You place it, for placing it you use your right hand and giving a gentle press with the left hand. Okay, then with the fabric, with a fine cloth, just give a gentle press and then dust your finger with powder, and then you press from one end to the other end. Now here you cannot do this way or that way, because there is already gold paper on either side. So the opening is towards the inner as well as towards the outer. So the pressing should be towards the gap. So you start from one end and push the excess air bubble or air in between the board and the gold sheet out. Done. Now the four sides we have finished. Now you have a small portion here. I will take a bit and I will stick here also. So this is how you need to do the sides. Whenever you do any running pattern, this is the technique, and as far as possible try to avoid joints. Okay, bits, and don't use bits and pieces for larger areas. Here and all you can use bits and pieces, but here you should not. So make a big paper, cut it into and paste it. Understood? Any doubt? Thank you, Manju. Thank you so much. Hi Seshu Kumari, good evening. So we have finished the sides. Now coming to the center. Now we are left with the rest of the paper. So what we will do is, here for the race, do the race first and then the inner circle. Okay. You place it in such a way that one side, you avoid cutting one side. So, and similarly the top also. So this is the outermost. So place it like this. Then press the muckwork because a small portion, and give a press at the side to get the impression. Now you could see the impression at the side. This side no impression of course, and here also no impression, and only the third side I have given, and I will follow the impression and cut the paper. Just follow it. Leave 1 mm extra, that's more than enough. And this is the paper. Now applying glue. Hold it like this with your left hand. Corner you give a press. Apply the glue. Just take it so the excess glue goes off, and then lift the paper up. Then hold it like this. Place it here. Take it off. I think I did it for this. Never mind. Yes. Done. Then with the cloth give a press. Okay. Hi Leela, good evening, good evening. Now wipe your finger, dust your finger with little powder, and then you press in the center first from the top to the bottom or vice versa. Okay, and then by the side of it give a gentle press, and similarly on the other side also, then at the top also. If you have nail, don't directly do it with the nail. So you cover your nail with the fabric and then give a press. Okay. Thereby avoiding any damage to the gold sheet. So this is the one. I will do one more and then I will do the inner portion. A portion of it I will do. Okay. Just keep it like this. Give a press. Very laborious Tanjore painting is, you all know that, but this is the simplest form where you don't need to have paint a lot, just the muckwork and the gold with the background coloring, that's it. Now here the shape is little twisted, so it has curves. Accordingly I have taken the shape of the gold sheet by pressing on the muckwork, getting the impression first and then cutting it with the scissors. Okay, then all these places have glue on the paper. Now take a fresh area, place a gold sheet, just apply. Use only Arabic gum, don't use this thing Fevicol, okay? It might react. Might turn copperish sometimes. Not always, it all depends upon the gold. Then after giving a gentle press, use a fabric to press. If there is extra on the top side because we have the cone work, don't bother. But on the plain board, if there are extra gold sheet, it has to be removed. Because paint normally stick on the smooth surface, especially on the gold sheet. Now powder, then give a press from one end, and every time you just wipe it like this. Hi Uma Devi, I'm fine, how are you? Then give a gentle press at the side. When you do like this, you could get the solid effect of the gold, and as well the extra gold sheet gets stuck onto the board. So easy for us to remove it later when it dries. Okay. Done. And here also. Any doubt still here? Hi Sadas, good evening, good evening. And one more good news, one second. ஒரே நிமிஷம் இங்க பாருங்களேன். ஹலோ பாரு, இல்லை அடுப்பில் பால் வச்சேன், அடுப்பில் பால் வச்சேன். Just see. Off பண்ணிச்சா? Okay, fine. So, one more good news I was telling you, right? See, I was boiling milk. I forgot to switch off the gas. That's why I asked my husband to switch it off. The thing is, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, and even maybe the following day, we are going to come up with some jewelry, Tanjore style jewelries, temple jewelry, Tanjore style jewelry, and clay jewelry. 3 varieties. Which will be there. It will go for 3 or 4 classes, I think. Let me just plan it. So don't miss the session. Create a piece for yourself. Okay. So we have been doing Tanjore on fabric. Now we did it on canvas, and now on board. And next one will be on a different base. Okay. Hi Meenakshi. Kicker board. What is a kicker board? I'm not. Gond. It is a gond actually, the natural gum which comes out from the bark of the tree. They collect the same thing. It comes in the pebble form. Whatever oozes out from the bark of the tree, they collect, they powder it, and then they soak it in water. The other day I was showing you how to prepare the gum. No hot water, just ordinary water is fine. Now here, the next one. Now I feel this is a little extra protruding. So we can give a small cut here and then place it. This side, take the impression here also. So don't miss the next 3 days session. Beautiful ones. And since Navratri is fast approaching, you can make jewelry and give the kanyas here. Then take it, just see the extra gold. First you place it, give a gentle press, then normally when I take order, gold sticking is done only by my sister. I don't sit and do that. It's very, very laborious. I give it to her and she does beautiful job. You must see her gold sticking, so perfect it would be. And she is here also in watching our program. Hi Padma. Just give a press. Earlier I used to stick, but off late I don't sit for gold sticking. I do the board preparation, gold sticking, muck work she does, cone work I do, then gold work she does, filling of colors she does, and final touch up I do. That is how we divide our labor and complete a board. Because a single person sitting and doing is it will take long time, but here we divide the labor and we complete the board. She's too good in gold sticking. Done. Okay. So this is how you have to do. Now all these things I will do later, and of course always you should have a border for the board, so that half of it will go inside the frame and a small portion will be there for the as a border. Okay. Now after this you need to do the center portion. Here if when you see this, you have curves. It is a circular one, right? 2 circles parallel to one another, concentric circles. So now when you look at this paper, you have a curve here. So try to place the curve this side, and you can cover a small portion. Let us not base the curve. So small portion, or you can take a big this thing and cut it into two and paste also, but I am not going to do here because gold is not stuck over here. So this is the place where I have finished. Let me place it here. So no press for the bottom side. Towards the inner circle I need to press, take the impression, and let me see where it ends here. Yes, here is the thing. Now I will make a little overlap and show you how it is to be done. So leave 1 mm extra after the impression. All these bits and pieces you should save. No. Marble painting we use a different foil. That was like this thing, raw foil, which we use it for Mysore painting. Okay, this is pure gold foil, 22 carat, exclusive for the Tanjore painting. Okay. Now I have taken the strip like this. Now I want to show you the overlap here. So let us not start from here where it ends, where it is getting over, but I will just overlap 1 mm of gold sheet on top of it. So now let me apply the glue, and that overlapping also should not be seen. So try to apply the glue at the corner perfectly so that the overlapping will not be seen at all. Now there is more glue here, more glue in the sense applied properly. Now here, just hope I am placing it, it is visible to you all. Okay, just place it very little on top of it, 1 mm extra on top of the previous gold sheet, and then just place this, give a gentle press either with your hand or with the fabric. Then dust your finger, don't forget to dust your finger. Then start pressing. Okay. Then here also. That's it. And the inner also. This is how you need to set the outer side. Center, of course, we are pressing it with the thumb. Okay. But the outer side, after some time the paper tends to lift. So what you should do is immediately before the gum dries, give a press at the side with your finger like this, not with the nail. And similarly on the other side also. Since I have nail, I'm covering it with the fabric and then giving a press. Understood? This is how you should do. Now how to remove you will find a lot of extra gold sheet on the board. Well, it happens. No one can miss this. Okay, you cannot do it so perfectly, unlike my sister. So now we have to remove. If you see here, the outer portion I have extra gold. Here inner also I have extra gold, and at few places for the here I have extra gold, and little bit over here. Okay, all these things should be removed. So for removal, what you must do is you need little water you need, and then a blade, a needle or a scissors, anything is fine. Okay, and a brush also. Brush, of course, small number, 000 or 1, like that. Just a minute, let me drink some. Hi Satya, namaste. So take a small brush. This is this is 000. Okay, we will have this. Now let me show you first towards the inner. I always use a fresh blade for this, not an used one. A fresh one I always use because it comes out, it works out very well. Just take this. Now you find the extra gold on the board. So what you do is, using the blade, the corner tip, one corner, just make a cut very close to the cone work, not on the cone work but on the board, on the paper, close to the cone. Make 1 or 2 press like this, and then take very little water, not dripping water, just dip it in water, that's enough. Apply on the gold sheet. Apply on the gold sheet like this. Then either with the needle or with the safety pin or with the scissors, any one. Okay, I forgot to take the needle, so I am using the safety pin. What you do is, slowly you try to see. Can you see? I am just lifting it and try to pull the paper like this. See here. Now I am not able to. I think I will. Yes, I got it. See here. So these were the extra gold sheet on the board, stuck on the board. Now I have removed it. You cannot use it again. So this goes a waste. Okay. Now here it is perfect. I have removed it. Now I have some more here. So before once again giving a press with the blade, do like this. Here it is very less, very negligible. So not much of thing is needed. So give a press first with the blade. Give a cut once or twice or thrice, and then take little water, apply on the gold sheet without damaging the board. In the sense, don't add too much of water. Okay, just apply, and then using the pin or just try to lift it. See, or you can even start from here. See here, it's coming off. See, just lift it at one corner and slowly you try to peel the gold sheet. So this is how you have to remove the excess gold. Understood? Then here at the corner outside also, I'll show you once again. We'll have a just, don't give too much pressure, as gentle as possible, because you should not damage the board. Then little water. With the same blade also you can lift, or with the needle or with the pin. Anything is fine. Just see here, it's coming off. See? Hi Lakshmi ma'am, good evening. Okay, so this is how you have to remove the excess gold on the board. Okay, and then now after this, oh here lots, I'll show you. I think this will be little more clear to you all. do it on the board very close to the cone work, the cone line which we have done there. Just apply water. Just see here. See how it's coming. Can you see how I'm peeling it off? These papers you cannot use again because we have applied water on top of it. So this might have a dull look. At present, as of now, it is not like that, but it will be a little dull. Okay, this is done. The next one is to start with the background. For the background, since this is a sun god, let us go with the warm colors. So for the warm colors and the colors which we are going to use are poster colors. It is not acrylic colors, it is poster colors because the base is a powder coated board. So on the powder we will use poster colors. And the things, of course, the size whatever you are comfortable with, 2 or 3 or 4 depending upon the gap you can choose. Okay, now the poster colors, I am going to use crimson both inner as well as to the outer, and of course the outermost portion you can use black or teal blue or anything. Original style they normally use teal blue, after that they started using black also. So you can use even acrylic also here because it goes into the frame, and don't use acrylic here. Okay, see, I'm just transferring the color. This is crimson, and let me take brush. This is number 3 brush. Hope I'm clear to you all. Did you all like it? Till now I'm sure all of you would have understood, and I have given a detailed explanation regarding the sticking of gold and then the muck work, mixing of the powder and with the gum, making a paste and filling the cone. Okay, now where is the brush? Yeah, it's here. Now when you fill the background, what you should do first is, thank you Nagakumari. Now load the brush with the color, load it with the color, draw the outline first because it's a single color. Okay, so you can, and moreover this crimson needs 2 coats. Remember, 1 coat is not enough for the background, whether it's an original on the original board or the board like this. For Tanjore painting, 2 coats is a must. Just draw the outline, follow the shape perfectly, and then in case if there is any extra very little of gold sheet, try to cover it with the paint. That is why I am asking you to do the border first. Do the outline first so that we are perfect with the shape of the sun rays, and wherever there is extra gold, definitely a second coat is a must. Okay, because it's a smooth surface. Normally these paints do not stick onto it properly. Just outline, this is for the outer. Okay, Now let me go to the inner portion. Again follow the outline of the aksharam or Om. Just follow the symbol. You can use red here and blue outer also, but I don't want to because it's a sun god. So keeping warm colors in mind, I am using red. It's a small area. Let me fill it up so that in case even if it's wrong also we can correct it. Remember to give 2 coats. Don't simply drag the brush, do it very slowly. Follow the gaps, outermost gaps. In case if there is any, just give a gentle press and then start with the paint. Thank you. May I know your name? Sissy, thank you so much. Thank you, Samyukta. That is why Tanjore paintings are very expensive. Too much of labor. At each and every step you have to pay more attention. Now you can turn the board and try to fill the gap. Okay. And when there is a curve like this, hold it upright and then move the brush. Now here it's a square thing. I told you in the beginning itself, we will stick a stone there. So after marking the outline, I have stuck the gold. Now I am doing the outline for that. I told you, Samyukta, this is a powder coated board, so better not to use acrylic colors. It's not a canvas, and moreover, since the Tanjore painting we always use poster colors because of the base coating on the board. Okay, so this is done. One half I will do because here I have not stuck the gold. For this also you need to do the outline first. Just see how the color slides on the surface so smoothly. Now, while filling the background, those who have joined my earlier tutorials when we have done the fusion style of Tanjore painting, we have filled the background in only one direction. Okay, same way, and that too after giving the first stroke, the brush, half of the brush should be on the colored portion and half should be on the uncolored, the painted portion, and then move it in one direction thereby filling the background. You can turn the brush this way and that way, but not the direction. Okay. Now you can turn the board. Now vertical strokes can be vertically, you have to apply. Okay. Don't use horizontal strokes, use vertical strokes. Done. Now for the outer, try to fill the gaps. Spread the color nicely, and before that we need to do the outline. We have not done the outline here. Just follow the cone work and apply the color on the board. Now you can fill the gap. Thank you, Sushila. Hi, Anuradha. Thank you. Hi, Shobha. Thank you so much. And I request you all to try a piece for yourself. This is very, very simple. Those who have not done Tanjore painting earlier, please do try this. Try with the muckwork, gold pasting, and the background filling. And then once you try the original style, it will be easier for you. And as far as possible, try to use apply the color vertically. Okay, done. So this is how the coating should be, the background should be completed. I'm not going to complete it because it will take more time. And the next step is to draw the outline for the outline on the gold. Okay, here there is no need. Here you need to stick a stone. Of course, I will be showing you the technique with the other area, and here later on you can stick. Now we need to do the outline on the gold. For that, I told you, take a permanent marker pen, black, because anyhow we are not going to wipe it with the wet cloth, and we will get it framed now, so nothing happens to it. So use a marker pen, fine tip marker pen, and then follow the pattern. In case if there is any you have not done it properly, the designs, then you always have the design sheet besides you. Looking at the design, you can draw the outline here. Even today I do that, even though the designs are very prominent, but I don't want to go make a mistake. So when I do this portion, I will have this. When I do, I follow this, because of course all the four will be the same, no doubt, but I will follow it and complete the work. Okay. Thank you, Seshu. Thank you so much. Now you can have the paper here. Just keep it. So I am going to do this. Now you have a circle. Just follow that. Hope I am focusing it properly. Thank you, Sharda ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, starting from the center, we have a small circle, and the center of the circle will be studded with a stone. Okay. So you can have white stones for the corners, and here also white stone, and this is going to be red, right? So you can have green stones here, and towards the outer red. Understood? And here, if you want, you can use white also. So white, green and red. Only these three colors are normally used for Tanjore painting. Don't use any other color. Draw the outline. Then we have placed dots around it. Complete the dots. Then we have one more circle, that also we can do. Then, as I told you, like how we did the muckwork, right? Do the longest one first, and then do the small attachments to it. Hi Ishwari, good evening. Now we will do this. It's a comma stroke with head and tail. So do the longer one first. Complete the design and then try to fill the gaps. Here also the longer one first and then here one more is there. Then 2 lines, then a small dot, then around this one just follow the thing and then draw the curves, the small head and tail strokes. Okay, so this is how we need to do. Done. Those who are willing to do with the paint, you can do, otherwise you can use the pen. Understood? Then coming to the stone fixing, any doubt with this? So following the design on the paper, you can do the outline for the work. Now here I told you this is going to be red, the background. So to get a complement color or contrast one, you can use green here, and towards the outer it is red. Now here the stones what I have is, I have 4 mm, I have this is also 4 mm, I have 3 mm, then I have 5 mm also. Now this is going to be green, I said. So green 4 mm will be fine. Sorry, green 5 mm will be fine, and similarly red also 5 mm. Once again, for fixing the gold, add very little of fabric glue. Don't add too much. Just a dot will do, and then fix the stone. No, I have not done the, I have not prepared the board with the cloth sticking and coating. All those stuff I have not done, but this is done on a, directly on a MDF board. I have given only the coating, and the technique was orally shared during the session, and straight away on the coated board I have drawn the design and done the work. Okay, no cloth sticking. So here it will be green. Apply very little glue, just exactly in the center of the square. And then using the back side of the brush, pick each stone. This of course all of you must be knowing. Just place it. After 1 or 2 minutes, give a press. Okay. Now this is slippery. The gold sheet is little shiny and smooth and slippery. So it the stone might move from its place when you press immediately. So we can wait for a minute or two, and then with your finger you can give a press. Okay. See, it's coming off from its place because of the smoothness of the sheet. Done. Now towards the outer, I told you it's going to be red. Both are 5 mm. This is 5 mm I'm going to use. Okay, you can try this Anantalakshmi, because you have done the original style of painting with me, and now this is an easier one just for the board preparation alone. Okay. I've made the boxes little bigger because to fit in 5 mm stone. So remember to use only white, red and green stones for Tanjore painting, not any other color. Very little of fabric glue, don't put lots. You can use even Fevicol SH also. Which has a more binding factor, so you can use SH. I'll finish it, and in the next class, preferably tomorrow, I'll show the finished board in case if I'm able to, because I have some personal work. Otherwise, day after tomorrow, I will share. So stay tuned for tomorrow, day after, and the third day also. I've planned for the jewelry, temple jewelry, Tanjore jewelry, and clay jewelry. Around 8 to 10 numbers, different patterns. So you can really work with the clay and create a piece for yourself. Okay, see, this is the thing. So after giving the background, black outline, and then the this thing stone fixing. Okay. Here we have not stuck the stone first and then did the mug work, because this is something very simple and easy. So the cone work was done, gold was stuck on it, and then the sticking of the stones. Any doubt? Please tell me. Any doubt? So let me just go for a recap, very quick recap. The board was prepared with chalk powder. Of course, chalk powder, I told you, you can use French chalk powder or Bombay chalk powder. And it was mixed with Fevicol SH. The thickness, the consistency was neither too thick nor too thin, too watery also. Just with the flat brush, you need to give coats. And the coating can be either 2 or 3 numbers, and leave it to dry. And then trace the design. Then after tracing the design, you can use black carbon, but as light as possible. Okay, don't make it too dark. Then start with the muck work. For the muck work also, the same proportion. That is, here we don't use Fevicol. Instead, we will be using the Arabic gum, and I told you how to prepare the Arabic gum also. Those who have missed, you can watch my earlier tutorial where I'll be showing you the procedure. Okay. And then after that, thank you, sir, Sharda. Board thickness, this is 3 mm. So you can use 4 mm or 5 or 6 like. Okay, let it be a thicker one. Don't use 2 mm and all. On this board, I had it, so I'm doing it on the board. Otherwise, 4 mm will be fine. That's a good one, in fact. And then you have to mix the mug paste. And for the paste, for mixing of the paste, we need chalk powder. Once again, either Bombay chalk powder, or which is very easily available in nearby hardware shop, or else the French chalk powder, which is pure white in color, which normally they use it for in the preparation of the talcum powder. So you can use that also. That is also available. And here I have used white, that is French chalk powder, because it's really white in color, right? So I have used that. And to the powder I added Arabic gum. Then the consistency was once again neither it's neither too thick nor too thin, or medium consistency. Fill the cone and then started filling the area, and then the outer one, the running designs were done once again with the same mix. For the fixing of the the stones, two parallel lines and then intersecting lines. Leave it to dry completely and then start sticking the gold. Sticking part of the gold is done today. All of you must have seen it, the live. And then after that, do the background with crimson red, because it's sun god. So I want to go with the warm colors. Don't give shading and all, just fill it up. Simple filling. This is going to be very, very simple and easy project, right? So do it that way. And then outline the running design. Here we have only the corners with the running design, which can be outlined with the marker pen. Okay. Then stick the stones. That's it, and get it framed and take it to the wall. So we come to the end of the second session, part 2 of the Tanjore work sun god making. And then the next sessions will be, following sessions will be with the jewelry. I will tell you tomorrow the materials. You can make a piece for yourself. Tomorrow we will start with the temple jewelry. Once again, Tanjore style, beautiful one. You can try that. Again, the following day we will do a jewelry with the clay, and other jewelries also with the clay later on. Okay. So stay tuned, and those who are new to the channel, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Tell your friends also. And then do a piece for yourself and share it, because I'm so happy whatever I take during the live sessions. There are people who really like it, and they've started also, not only started, they have started sharing the creations also, finished ones. So every session before we start the work, I normally give credit and appreciation to the persons who have done the work. I share their work also. It's really amazing, and I'm too happy to get those creations from the participants. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anantalakshmi, Meenakshi, thank you, Samyukta, thank you, Seshukumari, thank you. Thank you, Manjula. Please do try a piece. Design, I will share it, no issues, you can try. This can be even done on cushion cover also, but don't use sticking the gold, and those things cannot be done, but you can use our Fevicryl colors. You can make a cushion. Okay, because I have done cushion order work, not now, long ago. So just now it struck me, and I am sharing the technique, the tip to you. Thank you, Shobha, and I am expecting the first finished article from you, because I am sure you, the same day you start and complete it, and tomorrow I should share your piece to the, at least whatever you have done, please do share it. Don't strain yourself, don't stay, awake midnight and all. Just whenever you are free, you try to complete the work. Thank you all so much for joining, and stay tuned for tomorrow's session. Thank you so much, and take care. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Sure, Manjula, I will share the design, no issues, because I have made it as a practice. Soon after the session, I will be sharing the design. Definitely, you can try at your end. Okay. Those who don't have the gold sheet, you can place order, but try to get the original ones, no duplicate. So as far as this picture is concerned, this project is concerned, use the original ones. Yes, you can share it on a cushion cover, Samyukta. I appreciate your end. Thank you so much. Shall I wind up? Thank you all. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for tomorrow's session. Bye bye. Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am. Thank you.